Just a little warning, this podcast does contain some crude language. If you're easily offended, this is maybe not the podcast for you. Fat bar. Honey bar. Millionaire. Short breed. Cycling. SPL, EPL, Highland League, sausage roll, sledging, Dunkel salmon. Sports. Nope. All right, lads. It's banned.
Scrubbed.
New year, new us. How's everybody doing?
Erased.
Never had.
Fine, mate.
Aye.
Very
So
well.
happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Abby had a good New Year.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I happy New Year.
Forgot. Did Marcy and Mike freaking go back? Dunk and Mike.
Aye. So, happy New Year. Dunk, long time no see. How's things?
Aye. All right.
All right. What have you been up to?
You're due us 3 years a yap, so we can just sit back.
There's plenty been going on.
Aye. So, what have you been up to? I think the first week was that the Aberdeen Rangers game.
No, in the first week it was off as a snow.
Oh,
stroke,
aye.
burst tyre.
Oh, I pothole.
Still only got my car back. 1,500 quid's worth of damage.
15.
Aye. Done my alloy and 2 tyres. So that's an insurance job. Still waiting for my car, and then I flooded the house. Whichever. Aye.
So how did that happen?
So Kirsty went. I was in my work.
Here we go. Have we been Kirsty at last?
No, but Kirsty run a bath, come down the stairs and said, I was obviously lying my hangover and said, right,
Burns.
I've just run the bath for the Burns that I forget about.
Chihuahua.
And I've got up, got a drink, and then I've done the dishes and I've turned empty the sink and I went, fuck's that water? Straight away, I just went, thrown up the stairs, my hands under about an inch of water.
Oh, shit.
Honestly, couldn't believe it. Everything in the house to seep up the water, and then it started coming through the kitchen ceiling. And then, so I've ate a lot of humble pie.
Aye.
And then, God's honest truth, I just said, I'll be biting my wife for the next 72 hours. just so angry at myself. And then obviously, try to get that sorted. That's going to cost me a few quid. And just fucking.
Did you manage
Then
to
my mum was nipping at me going, you better lift that vinyl. Lifted the fucking vinyl. Dry as a fucking bone. Absolutely dry as a bone. So that stuff does work, but aye. So amongst that, and then it was Christmas.
Yeah,
Obviously, Aberdeen Rangers game. Worst night of my life, or one of the worst.
Aye.
Used to Mark Gately. And then Aberdeen's just got worse and worse.
Yes. We'll come on to them.
Aye.
Did you hear my dad cheering no?
I'm surprised I never know. Oh man, I've had some highs and lows. I'm a Dons fan, but like I said, the bounce of the second goal in was like the best bounce I've had at Pittodrie since that Torino goal in
Really?
Lee Richardson. That's how good it was. And then speak about on a Fleer doesn't even come close. I was like crawling under seats, hiding.
I hadn't spoke to you about it, right? But when that third goal went in, you stood straight up and started storming out of the stadium, did you? Or did you? I
was actually in shock because my mate next to me had went, they'll get, when I seen the 7 minutes, he goes, they'll get a score. I goes, I know they are. And then they scored, and then I went, they'll get a score again. And they scored. And then, I've never speechless,
stunned into
silence, and I've never heard boos like it when Goodwin started walking around the pitch. Like boys, my mate I sit next to is a consultant anaesthetist, so he's completely in control all the time, and he is screaming at Goodwin. And I'm going, if he's losing it, then I'm justified for me to be losing it because he is an educated man.
You must have been boiling.
Oh my god! Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. I was almost over the fence for Aberdeen scored that second goal, and then for about half an hour, coins and seats and pies. The roughest game I've ever been at Pittodrie in my life, flying it back and forward, and then they scored. And then I see score.
Are you in the south?
No, I'm right next to the fence.
I think you're in the main. Have you changed?
No, I've changed. You're right next to the fence. So they score at Arfield.
To be one player, that was it.
It's just getting worse though. It's like
It's you talk the ecstasy of being the team that scores in the last minute, and then it's a total opposite for an opposite team, and the opposite feeling, depression.
Yeah.
The only fit I can do at you.
Ah, man. You love it and hate it in equal amounts.
Well, Dunk loved that game
Aye.
until 2 minutes for the end.
No, because I was actually turned to my mate when it went in extra injury time. I just went one game for we've beat the Old Firm.
Aye.
To hear that moment after the game, we've beat the Old Firm and then we lost.
Aye. And even Drew lost.
You couldn't write
It's a
it.
draw wouldn't have been
And
a
normally,
disaster.
I get over an Aberdeen defeat genuinely within about half an hour.
Aye, aye.
Honest, that took days.
I know. I ken how it feels. I ken how it feels. Like it's
I've never been so happy to not be on the pod for a few weeks. And then I thought, that's all right, the Rangers game will be done and dusted. Then Aberdeen have just kept losing games. Then I seen your topic, and you went. I've had slippers at my day going, Dick gave into my stick, gave into my. Slippers has been battering me today.
aye.
Just constant Aberdeen. Vidging.
It isn't a sad state of affairs, is it? We'll
Aye,
come
aye.
on out. So,
Has he been speaking about his first team or the second team?
His second team.
Celtic's his first team.
Okay.
Aberdeen's his second team. It was non-stop
Was it
text
aye?
about Rangers Celtic, but not one text about Aberdeen game.
wasn't it?
Surprise, surprise.
Aye.
So,
Bye.
so is the flood damage fixed?
Nah, plaster's coming in the 12th.
Aye, so it's a hell decor job, like
Aye.
roof.
It's just a re-skim, to be honest. But
Aye. About upstairs carpets and that, they are fucked up.
nah, I managed to get a carpet cleaner on it straight off the bat,
So
so
they're sorted.
they're sort of sorted. But
Did the kids manage to get their bath?
well, they did actually ask after that.
Get to bed.
Aye, honestly, but you know yourself, Cameron's got 110% your fault,
Aye.
and you've just got to sit and take it.
But we've had a flood in our house at Scotia, and that wasn't our fault. I wouldn't say if our fault it was.
Well, okay.
It's like soul destroying. Seeing, I was sitting watching the football in my living room, and water started pushing through the downlight, and I did hear a noise about half an hour, just a shh. But I thought it was a wash machine, Ken.
Yeah.
And then when the water started pissing through the ceiling, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I says, Kate, is that a wash machine on? No. I went, oh, you're fucking joking. So I ran up the stair, and Ahan was in like 2 inches of water up the stair. It was kind of flexy sort of pipe that goes into your taps.
Yeah.
Well, the person who'd installed that, they hadn't it was too long, and instead of like, it wasn't a slow bend, it was kinked. So over the years, it just it started fraying,
Aye.
and then the rubber inside, the fray hot the rubber and burst it.
Okay.
So Ken, we hadn't even switched on anything, and it was just fucking pissing out.
That's right.
That was a massive insurance job for us. The whole house was wrecked almost.
Was it?
Katie was pregnant at the time, and we was biding the house with dehumidifiers
That's
burning on.
what got burning all day and night.
fucking-
Electric going through, looking at smart meters. Because also your house stinks, eh? Because it's going through your carpets onto the floor, and it's just honking, and it's all your fault.
Aye.
Saying yourself every day. The minute I'm getting up,
Kevin.
until that's fixed,
Aye.
I'll be like that every day.
You
It's
can't
my
even
fault.
blame somebody.
No, I can't. I tried to hint at why you putting the bath on and then leaving, Ken, but then I went, there's no basis
She
for that.
tell you though.
Shite.
So as soon as she tell you that responsibility is
Well,
passed on to you.
give it really put more edges. Typical, which she went, could have been worse. She goes, it could have been me. And I was like,
That would have been worse.
Would have been worse.
It was a fair point because I went through the reef.
Like a water.
So if you now on the Bairns are getting showers. Name me a bath. So we had a good Christmas though, apart from
No, I didn't. I think Christmas quiet.
Aye.
Well, I mean, that was no wheel. They were meant to be coming in, so it ended up just being a photo, so it was fine.
Aye.
What a new wheel gonna boot in here, is
Oh,
it?
No,
what
this
a
week
new
they'll
wheel.
wear masks again.
See that? I went,
No chance.
no
No
chance.
way.
And ram your mast.
Yeah.
No
Aye.
way.
No chance.
Favourite Hogmanay, a good Hogmanay.
First session Hogmanay, like,
Aye.
I just round at pals and just took a Burns and that as well, so.
Aye.
Get Lenny's still about 2:30 in the morning, honestly. Absolutely rubber, try to put him in bed and like, just, I reckon if he gets, he's a whole another story. There could be a whole podcast on him.
Mas, yourself, you had good Hogmanay or?
I was
Quiet.
bed at about 10:30.
Did you never see bells then?
Never seen the bells. Couldn't be fucked. Just
Aye.
did my usual routine like it was a normal day.
Okay.
We watched,
Quite right,
watched
isn't it?
football. Was there football on? I watched TV. I think I was football on. Was there? Nogmanay. think I was it? Well, whatever. I watched
Well,
football.
Arsenal Brighton.
But I
Was
watched,
it?
I watched the Hoot and Annie, which used to have like legendary people on it.
Aye.
I didn't ken any of the folk that was on it, and
Shite.
there was no like for you class. They used to have like Oasis and proper like
Aye.
A-list bands or
Aye.
artists, and
Nothing.
I never heard none of them.
You missed the Hill Hogmanay.
I'm definitely getting Crabbit.
Oh, I'm getting
knowledge.
Crabbit
It's
in.
just like, to me, it's just
I'm turning.
it's another.
Aye.
I'm turning into my old man more and more every day.
I'm thinking about next year organising a Hogmanay party,
Aye.
like hiring some way.
But I would go for
Like
that
a football
because
club.
just,
Oh,
Just something nice.
just for a social thing.
Aye.
Two
Ken,
blokes
if
and a
you're-
mic.
If all your pals nothing, I get to be there. Aye, great,
Aye.
Ken. But the actual event
Aye.
is meaningless to me. It's just the clock changing. So fun else do you celebrate that, Ken? If it's a fucking big deal that it's a new year. No, but honestly,
I can.
fit
I
difference
get
to
what you
me.
mean, aye.
I'm
It's
like
like
that.
birthdays to me.
Aye.
Fit difference to
12
me.
o'clock, 30 seconds past, straight in my cot.
Nah, I do like Hogmanay. Like seeing it.
Mark's nails to me.
It's not even Jackie Bird on him here on BBC One.
Isn't it?
Nah, and she's
It's
a staple.
it's a long day because you can't go on a sauce too early or you're fucked.
You're hitting an afternoon nap. Then you
Seen get Mike's Day Burns.
hitting a nap about one or two, couple of hours up and get to go again. Yourself, Shed, Hogmanay?
Hogmanay was it a thing at the football club there?
Aye.
That was fine.
Mike, yourself.
Aye, it was fine. Aye.
Then went up to Whiteham, went in past see mother.
Oh, aye.
So a couple of beers in there. Then.
Oh, but
Same about three.
Take us a bit.
about 3.
Same about three.
Take a
then.
lump of coal with you.
Lump of coal.
Coal.
Lump of coal for first fitting.
Aye.
And then up the next day, back out my mother's for dinner. And my brother and his partner was out by, so it was good. That was fine.
Why do you
Right,
say your brother and his partner? It makes them sound a bit.
Well,
Is it?
He's a lawyer, isn't he?
solicitor. No, well, long-term partner. He's been with her since fucking
Aye.
Nice.
university, so
Yeah.
he's been with her about 20 odd years.
Aye. No, good stuff. I was at Chugs' house, Paul's house. And it was good crack. There was about 12, 14 of us.
Aye.
Good crack. Jimmy Stewart done a wee quiz,
Oh.
No, aye. Did you win?
obviously.
That was almost an offended face there, wasn't it?
I think I was like 4 points in front of somebody else. Easy.
Just singles.
Single
Aye.
questions.
Yeah,
aye.
double up with partners like.
No.
No.
Nah. If we could try many of the questions. Oh, Fit Sportsman has done a 147. You probably kind of seen 147, a 9-darter, and a hole-in-one in golf.
A sportsman is
No
done that?
way.
Oh, sportsman's
Real.
done- Aye,
Professional sportsman.
aye. So I thought straight away.
Well, it has to be a snooker player.
That's why I thought it had
has
to be a snooker
player.
So I put down a snooker player. I put down Stephen Henry. But it
Aye.
wasn't wrong. It was wrong.
Steve Davis.
No.
So it's not a
Yeah,
snooker.
snooker
Does
player.
it, does
It
it,
is.
snooker-
It has to be
Ronnie-
a snooker
Ronnie
player.
O'Sullivan.
You can't
No.
hit a 147 and maybe a snooker.
Williams?
Nope.
Some
Uh,
Chinese
I'm trying
folk?
to think
Nah,
of it.
Sullivan?
It's got to be.
Steve Davis.
I'm trying to think of the young
Taylor.
Hawthorns.
No. Well, just tell you.
Aye.
Jimmy White.
Murphy.
Murphy. Sean Murphy.
Aye, Murphy now.
Prove it.
Well, Google
So he
I've got
said-
it up here on the screen.
Hole in one. 147 and fit was there?
9-darter.
9-darter.
That's
9-darter.
what I do. He's
9-darter.
also got unbelievable hand-eye coordination. and
You can't run 100 metres in
No.
9 seconds.
No way.
That wasn't a question.
Murphy.
Aye.
That's impressive. That is factual.
Aye.
That is.
I like that. That's
We'll-
good.
We'll fact check it afterwards.
Yep.
I
No.
could stand at a snooker table for the rest of my life and never do a 147.
Well, if it's the hardest.
147.
147 will do it for me.
You've got 30 odd plus shots to mark.
Yes.
And snooker is impossible.
It is.
It is.
It's
Aye.
absolutely. We were playing snooker and pool, and that's when we were in the 27. It's impossible.
See, pool, it's all right. Smart
Aye.
table, only 9.
You can
bars.
look half decent at that if you've
Aye.
if you've been in the boozer
Long
on a
enough.
2-week bender. By the second week, you're
Yeah.
reasonably good at pool.
Aye.
You're playing in World Championships.
Aye.
The hardest.
And yet also with darts. If you've been playing darts for a week,
Aye.
you'll be hitting the 20 consistently.
Aye.
You can hit the 180s easily in darts and maybe
Yeah.
hit a good finish in darts.
Aye.
Aye.
So you just have to put three together.
But try and get a bar in the pocket in snooker.
And get the ball in the right place for the next
Okay.
shot.
Aye.
And think 5 shots ahead.
If,
These
you,
boys are unreal.
if somebody gave you, right, it's to save your life, you've either got to get a 147 in a year, a hole in one in a year, or a 9-darter in a year.
I'm talking.
You're not picking 147.
I'm talking hole in one. I think
Golf first.
I'm thinking of golf.
Then
Then darts. Then 147.
147.
because golf you can fluke it.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, 100%.
You can fluke a hole in one.
Shit. Golfers hit holes in one.
Yep.
Exactly.
Folk at can't get a bar off a deck.
If it
It
goes
went
on.
across the bridge, hot a steam, pumped up with the bunker, went into the hole. You can't fluke a 147.
Never.
You can't fluke a 9 darter either.
No.
But Abdi's hot a ton 80.
Oh, aye.
Ken?
No.
So it's just one more of them after you've done that,
Aye.
and then the finish.
And then the finish.
If you played darts solid year, I think you could do it.
Oh, aye.
I think you could, because you're one of them boys. You just keep doing it and
You
keep doing it.
could. I think you could do a 9 dart.
Aye, I get what you mean. If you throw enough.
Solid year.
Aye, I used to play darts a lot in the room. My best was like a 12 darter finish.
Aye.
Well, you're
see?
on the cream, so
There you go.
there's only 3 darts a while for you.
Yeah. You could play snooker for a year and nae get a break of 20.
Aye.
Sure.
Aye, it's so
Fucking
difficult.
so hard.
So
like.
hard.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Did you have a snooker table in your house if you had a room?
If I was rich enough and I had a room, I would. Aye.
Aye. And I'd probably play.
Aye.
My granddad had a full size snooker table.
Did he?
Aye.
Used to go up and play his bounds.
Aye.
That was good. Could never reach your fucking
Aye,
bars
yeah.
or fuck
Aye.
all. But you'd roll them, Ken.
Aye.
I mean Kenny Minty, the
Kenny Minty,
carpet
aye.
boy,
Aye.
he had a house.
McDonald's.
Aye, McDonald's carpets. He had a house in it. I had a outbuilding with a full size snooker
Did he?
table outside.
Aye. With the overlight massive thing.
Aye, big massive one with the
snooker table.
tassels. That's the name it's called, is it? Be careful.
I can't think of it.
Sounds a sign of wealth. Somebody's got a snooker table in their house. innit?
No, aye, 100%.
Fucking wait.
Aye.
aye.
Slate.
Aye,
See if
slate.
they try to
Oh,
fucking move
Jesus.
it from my granddad built a new house. and
Aye.
To get to the fucking upstairs bit. Oh,
Need about 20 boys.
Oh,
Need an overheat crane or something.
fucking hell.
You need 20 because you've got to take into account 5 of them all when I be
When I
doing
be
it.
lifting. That'd be me, Ken. Oh, aye.
Just walking behind
Just
the other
walking.
person. Getting
Oh.
Speaking about lifting, son, we sell a fireplace in the marketplace today. A boy came round and picked it up. He had honestly got a grand, so he had mere teeth in him.
They had 10 opener, did they?
I thought you were going to pull a picture.
I was what I say. He didn't take a photo on.
Smile, blatant picture.
That's a mere look.
When I chose a selfie with you.
That was funny. Apart from that, I've been up to much, just watching Netflix. A lot of new good programs on
I
Netflix.
started watching that Treason.
I finished that. It's
Is it
good. I finished it good. And The Watcher. Watched The Watcher as well.
Any good?
Aye, good.
You watched Villain, did you?
Yes, I
Enjoy
did.
it?
I did.
Good,
Aye.
aye.
Tina second to get going
Ah,
again.
it is like, but once he kicks fuck out of boys in the
No,
pub,
aye, with
then
the
it
hammer.
starts,
Aye.
it starts getting good, does it?
Definitely. Aye.
Gotta be a bit of violence.
I like a bit of violence.
Aye.
Few ex-EastEnders characters in there.
Aye.
Was there?
He's like a bottled up villain, Ken. He's trying to nae.
Maybe a
bad.
villain. Aye.
Ken,
Can I help
and
himself?
you Ken, he's about to explode. One of that films, Ken. I can't wait till
Was
it
that a
happens.
film, is it?
Aye, it's a film
Oh,
on
right.
Netflix.
Aye.
yeah.
I'll watch that.
Craig Fairbrass, I think. Is
Ah, he's in EastEnders.
Oh,
I
Craig
watched-
Fairbrass.
I
aye.
watched,
He's in other London gangster films.
I watched that Men of Wrath or something.
Aye.
Jason Statham last night.
Oh,
Yeah,
Aye.
that was decent.
Chugs.
Chugs.
Wrath.
Chugs is in a harder paper room.
Wrath reminds me of you fucking get a wrathier for that.
Wait till your feather
I tell
gets
you,
him.
Christmas and New Year has been an absolute minefield of mugger truths. Like, oh my god! And Ken, is it okay to send a Christmas card with your family photo on it?
Oh, need that, Ians. I'm right. Far interested in your family. See,
Here's a card. Here's us. You buy.
here's us. Look how good we are. Look.
Cheers.
Fucking straight in the fire.
Nah, come on. I wouldn't do that.
It's such an American thing, though, is it?
Well, it's America. I was 10 years time. I had filters to here. Does it for America? They say 10 years, probably quicker now.
Yes.
Far sends
Anything
actually.
that's happening in America.
Far sends Christmas cards nowadays.
Again, usually you've got to lie on Facebook, say you're getting make a donation to some charity.
Nobody marks a donation. Nobody marks a donation, do they? Such and such are not sending Christmas cards this year. We're going to make a small donation towards Cash for Kids.
If
Oh,
you
you
get a lie,
fuck.
you get a lie, say big.
Aye.
We'll get him like a big donation.
You'd be better
box
off
of
just
cards.
saying, when they sending
Cards,
cards.
350.
What did I say nothing?
Well, that's what we do. We just didn't send cards.
This is the first year we've stopped doing cards. We did do cards to like specific neighbours and family.
I
and
only
stuff
do
like that.
cards to my two next door. Well, I'm saying me. Lisa only does cards from the family
Aye,
to some close family members and a couple
couple
of
of
neighbours.
neighbours. That's exactly what we do.
Have you ever put a picture of... Have you ever done it?
Nah, Neil myself.
Yankee.
Struggle to find a family photo.
Next
Honestly,
next year,
we
next
don't
year,
take photos.
next year, I'm going to get a card, then with the family on the front. Send it to folk.
That's what I'm speaking about.
Oh, no, and they just done.
A Christmas card
With
with a
the-
picture of your family.
Oh, I thought you meant a picture on the inside.
No, an actual card.
Oh my God, that's different.
Like a moon piggy.
Thing you can put on it.
Aye, aye.
Ken, like Merry Christmas for us. And here's a photo of that.
In your Christmas jammers.
Aye.
Aye, here's a, is it acceptable for hell families to wear Christmas pajamas?
No,
We discussed that last year.
God,
Marcy did it, and how did you?
I've got.
I didn't do it. No.
I did.
You did, was it you did it?
Aye.
Okay, somebody did it.
Me, Lisa, and the kids have all got the same Christmas jammers.
Aye.
It was not Facebook though.
Oh,
No. That's what I say.
or Instagram or Twitter. Nowhere to be seen.
Aye.
But we do it. Aye.
It's just a lot. It's a lot of effort for giving it to somebody. For I think 90% folk and what the fuck are you doing that for? Nobody's appreciating it.
Christmas is
Nobody
an
comes
anticlimax, is it?
Oh, Barry.
God.
Barry, look the
lovely
card we got in for Kevin and Lisa and the kids. Look how nice they look.
I would say I cannot believe Shed allowed that to happen. That's what I would say.
I believe Shed spent money on Christmas cards.
Well,
No, it was a good New Year. I enjoyed it. Back to work tomorrow, though. So
Yeah.
aye.
aye,
That's a bit sharp.
Yeah. You're working
Back
in
to work for a rest.
aye.
Kev, I spent the whole day doing a day picking stickers off a windy.
Oh,
off a
no.
Wendy's.
Oh
no.
Lucky I grew like I've got a bit of length in my
Nail.
thumbnail for doing it.
That hate water scraper.
But I hate water and
I'm
scraper,
just
no?
doing it with cold turkey. it was coming appropriate for Christmas. Ah man, what the fucking shit, fucking why existence day? A whole day, Ken. At your age, you appreciate your day as new, Ken.
What's
To
poor?
spend a whole day, I'm not even fucking finished. It's only halfway through.
Should have had so much Wendy's.
It looks like some bad. Like,
It's getting there.
Aye.
Getting there.
it's at a level stage you're at now.
Peeling stickers off a
When
Wendy's.
you
Aye, it's
is
not
it, is it paper stickers? off
Well,
of
Runa Windies kind of got protective sticker. Runa Windies.
Oh,
Yes.
what kind
It's
of
not just a
stickers?
windy either, it's a frame and that.
Aye.
And there's like the
Ingo.
sticker on a windy is
Aye.
real.
On the glass.
It's
I
fucking-
thought it was that paper stickers can you tear and half foot bides on.
Aye.
Well, some of them are like some of them come off again. Like you start peeling it, you're like, oh yes, and it rips.
Aye, like peeling like sunburn.
Aye,
Aye.
like taking a scab off.
Take a scab off.
Here it comes in. Oh, fuck.
You try to peel around the edges and then fucking.
Aye.
Then you get carried away. You try to eat too quick.
Aye.
Then
Too
it
confident.
tears. It's when it tears. But so I'm halfway round the house. Aye, well, near a whole day. I didn't get up at 9 o'clock. Like
Aye.
9 till about 5 minutes before I came up here. What a fucking waste of day.
Got to be done.
There's no value in that, though, is there?
Well, it will be when you're sitting
Well,
looking
maybe
at your
it's in
windy.
there, right? Yeah.
It will be.
Protected the
Fucking
Wendy's, I
hell, I
suppose.
do not stickers off. Fuck.
Seems to be time for laying the topsoil doing it now. Go let it lay
It'll be springtime for that.
springtime for that. Aye.
Two.
Hey, just to
Floppy.
think though, you can say you're moving into your new house this year.
Aye.
Hopefully. Can't I go another year of this? Honest to fuck.
On the New Year's resolutions? No, do I believe in that shite?
Nope.
Nah. Genuinely.
You, Mike?
I'll try to lose a bit of beef, I think, this year.
Mine lose a bit
That's-
of weight in holidays because I didn't take literally no holidays last year.
Was it one fucking Croatia?
No, it was like a few days. I didn't take on it. I only had 9 days off my work until Christmas.
Yeah.
Is that a resolution, though? Wait, losing weight must be high up in the percentage of fit folk would say.
Aye.
But taking a holiday, make sure I take a holiday. I suppose it could be if you did take a lot of holidays.
Yeah. It's 18 months since I stopped smoking, so
Is it?
no, just
Oh, aye.
time to.
Congratulations. You're not saying that unless you want a partner.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Because you just said, since I stopped smoking, I really some weight.
Nah, but
18 months.
Genuinely, though, that is good.
That's good though.
Definitely good. Because like if it's like to stop smoking, it's not fucking easy. Like.
No.
Aye.
It's good though.
I'm going to try and lose
That's-
Timmer as well now.
Yeah. Once you get bikes going to
That's
go
me
again.
back on it now.
Mike, if you've got the willpower to stop smoking,
You on
you've
him.
certainly got the willpower to lose some weight.
Oh,
No problem.
Definitely.
And you don't need to lose that much.
Nah, it's still 5'16".
I thought you were going to say pun. I was going to say, well, it's like mere
That's just a good shite.
as much as 5'16".
No, I'll
be a what in the hand.
Rustic girls could get a miss for a few months.
Aye, it's easy. Sort your diet out and exercise.
Aye. So, 2023, new beginnings. We're obviously changing up the podcast a wee bit format wise. So, we've decided to ditch Who Are You?
Ditch that.
Ditch that.
We think
Get rid
2
of that.
quizzes is too much.
Aye. So, go straight on to the topics this week. There's obviously been quite a bit of fitbag going on since. Doug, have we seen you since the World Cup finished?
No.
No? Enjoy the World Cup final?
Aye.
Aye. Good. If it's your topic.
It's not the best game of football ever, though, was it?
I think it's up there for drama
Aye.
and then
It is.
quality and big moments like Mbappe did, but that's been spoken about.
Aye.
Mine's about Arsenal
Aye.
getting to win the league. I was looking at the table on that today. Only lost one game, drawn one game. Only City have scored more goals. Only Newcastle have let in less goals.
Aye.
I'm starting to think that Arsenal can win it.
It'll be a
The next 3 games are Newcastle, Spurs, Man United.
big game tonight.
Aye.
Big game tonight.
But
Newcastle's Arsenal tonight.
you watch them now and they look like they've got a team that's going, like, we can win this.
Aye. Well, a lot of folks say maybe Jesus been injured and that, but
Aye.
Ketta's come in,
Looks.
looks to do the job. Like.
Aye.
Maybe they'll buy in January this month.
And just like you look at Arteta, I think that documentary actually did him a favour because folks seem to warm to him a bit more after that documentary. Liked what he was about,
Aye. No.
and obviously the board backed him because he spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot more on any Scottish club, and I would say 99% of clubs I think would have probably sacked him, but they stuck with it.
Scottish club.
But I'm saying most clubs would have sacked him for the amount of dough that he spent.
Aye.
But I'm saying compared to Scottish clubs or any clubs, I'm saying managers get sacked for less. Can he probably spent a decade exactly, but
Aye.
it would definitely been in the hundreds of millions, wouldn't it?
Just shows you a board being patient
Aye.
and
He was in
believing.
the cusp, was he?
Oh,
Aye, I would say he was.
But I think there was signs of. I think you need wee signs when you're in a trouble. Well, he's making
see
a good
something.
patch, but you see things. It's almost unexplainable things you can see in a team. They're playing for him. That's the one thing. They're maybe losing, but they're definitely playing for him. They're
Aye.
trying their best.
Yes.
They're doing 110%. We could come on to that. And they're playing for a manager, and I think as long as you see the players are on board, you'll get a bit more time, I think.
Aye.
Aye.
But if the players look like they've chucked it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fans are a judge you up.
But do you think he can win it? I know, like obviously you could say
Nah.
you didn't.
No, I think it's far too early. I think they'll eventually tail off.
Aye.
I think
They
City.
haven't a purple patch yet.
Aye.
They haven't
You
They had a bad run of
Then
it.
I-
You can
And a
never win a league in January, but you can lose in.
Aye.
You might come on,
City'll get into a run yet.
They huffed and puffed the other day,
They
so I
did.
did watch them.
You expect them to pick up, but again they've been stopped
start.
again
Yeah.
with the World Cup. So it might take 5-6 games, but once they hit a run,
Aye,
run.
they could go from now until the end of the
Without
season,
getting beat.
winning every single game,
Right.
apart from the United game.
Arsenal could, if they maybe get beat by like say, Man City, I can't see them.
Well, if they get
getting
beat,
by
see if they get beat tonight, does the wheels fall off? Kind of playing Newcastle, because Newcastle's up there. Newcastle's on a good run.
Aye.
That's
Is it
a
a-
good game. That's
Very-
your two
that's a good game, mate.
informed teams,
Teams,
basically
aye.
Newcastle and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think the same about both of them. It's too early.
Okay.
Too early, and I think they'll both. Newcastle, when I got a squad, I think
Nah, they've got like a 12, 13, did I? Enough.
if they get a couple of injuries, they're fucked.
This is going to be a big transfer window for the men, maybe.
Well, if
Aye.
they do.
Meant to see if they plough it in.
Still 20 games to go, and even halfway through the season.
Well,
okay?
aye.
So
It was interesting. Eddie Howe said the other day he doesn't think he'll spend in
Okay,
January because he wants
feels
to. Well, he wants
Got
to.
something going.
No, he wants to. He doesn't feel if he cannot add a really good value,
Value,
like he's first 11.
Aye.
He winner.
There's no point of buying anybody in January, so he's got to fucking save it until he can get somebody if he really wants in
Aye.
and summer.
Do you not think it's worth, though, for Newcastle especially, to tack in maybe 2-3 squad players?
I think
Because
so, aye.
think that's
Take a
fit.
punt, aye.
Then
The team Dubravka
they
back
did-
from Man United, were they?
Eh?
The team Dubravka back from Man United.
See that?
off alone,
Goalie,
aye.
Because I think if Newcastle had a better squad, then they could maybe finish in the top 4. But as it stands, I think they'll tail off.
Think.
And I think Arsenal will tail off as well.
So you're still going for City for winning the league?
Aye, City, aye. Well, I think I picked Liverpool at the start of the season, but that's fucking out the window.
Yeah. I can see Arsenal being
City's the strongest team.
strongest squad, strongest
team.
But again, look at the game against Everton another day. Is that going to happen in the second half of the season? A couple of blips like that. If that's the case, it's not to say Arsenal kind of
Yeah.
carry on the way.
Momentum's with Arsenal at the minute.
In a minute.
I like the unpredictability of it, I knew. I hope it comes to last month and there's still 2-3 teams that could do it.
That's what you want to know.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
So it's now
And it's been like that for a while, is it?
Nah.
It's been like this for a while.
No.
A one league team.
We don't want a one league team, so
You're right.
I think it could, again. I think Man United might just
Have you got a wee
keep tabs.
Have you got a wee
Keep tabs.
Problem with
Can they
United
sign a
is,
striker?
problem with United is they're not going to sign anybody. The club's not going to spend money, especially being up for sale. But I noticed
I'd go for Tony. I'd go for Tony in January.
Avram Glazer was spotted in
Was he?
Doha, Qatar, quite a lot over the festive period there. Like so, just
They reckon
wondering
a sale's imminent in the first quarter, don't they?
They reckon so, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
Did they need a striker?
They need a out and out striker.
I agree. They need. They need. That's fit. That would be their number one priority. But do they need it? They're scoring goals.
They are scoring goals, but fit I think you need.
Target man.
What I think you need is you'll need 2 players that can potentially score you 20 odd plus goals in the Premier League.
I think
And
Rashford.
they've only got the one at the minute.
Rashford.
Aye. So if something happens to him,
Far as the goals come.
as far as the goals get comfy,
Especially when you're playing bigger teams.
Anthony does chip in, fucking Fernandes chips in, but there's no nobody as a focal point to their attack.
That's an unusual thing to need. 2 players that are going to score 20 plus goals. Usually, if you look into it, usually say you need one striker that can score 20 plus goals, don't you?
Look at Dwight York and Andy Cole, and that, and then the other boys pushing for the places as well at the same time. So
City though. Aguero was your only boy that was scoring 20 odd goals.
but look how much goals they scored for midfield and I think at the same time. De Bruyne was well into double figures.
Nah.
Man United that share him about in midfield anyway.
We got Bruno. Who's scoring all the goals? Bruno, Rashford.
Martial's back on the
Martial's
scene
back
again.
on the scene. He's capable of getting a few goals.
Yeah, he is.
Own goals, stuff like that.
Fabio Leicester, boy. Oh my god.
Fuck.
What the fuck was that about?
Like you'd
That's
find,
only why Liverpool can get a win.
you'd find it impossible, like to spick that boy straight after the game, wouldn't you? Because even though he's your teammate, you're absolutely fuming, aren't you?
If first team I thought it was bad, and I thought, it was unlucky. If it's 18, a wild swing.
Have you heard
Heard the keeper shout.
You heard the keeper shout.
No.
They turned the keeper up and he shouted well before
Before he
keepers,
launched.
and then he shanked it over the keeper's head.
He's just swung a leg. That's Sunday league stuff. But the second
day,
is transfer list for me.
To be fair,
It's fucking
A
ridiculous.
Sunday league defender wouldn't have done that.
I would have been happier if Felton Nunes.
Well, Nunes should take finishing tips for him.
I think he should.
Now they're going through a sticky spell, Liverpool, but they would seem to have a bad kind of New Year, do they?
Do they?
Last year, aye. They had, I think the last.
They do usually have a
Brent-
bad pre-New Year and that.
Brentford's eye was a tough way tie, is it?
Tough time. Nobody kids were all
I know, but they will.
Did Man United get beat here this season?
Aye.
4-0.
4-1-4. Something like that.
3-0, wasn't it?
4-0.
Was it 4-0?
4-0.
Something like that.
Aye.
That was in
Tough
Maguire.
place to go.
That was in
Tough
Maguire.
place to go. Aye.
That's been for Man United. We're in transition.
When they played Maguire every week.
Exactly. Maguire's out in his log, eh?
Boy,
You're playing Shaw and it's centre back.
that's it, innit?
If
That
you're
boy, he's dragging for left
left
back to play
centre
centre back.
Right.
he's out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Probably get about 10 million for him. Good business for Man United.
Everything I thought was wrong with Man United, Ten Hag
It's changing.
sees it the same as me. I've always said they'll never win nothing with Maguire at centre back. I was said it for day one.
Oh,
They'll never win a trophy with
But
him.
one thing's for sure is, obviously Shaw was not out the door, but he was on the bench again, so he's responded to the manager and showed.
Did you see Shaw's interview again after the?
He says a bit too much. He's getting about the dressing room, does he, all the time?
Ah, well, but it shows you the culture changer's been. Basically, he said
Folk were getting away.
Folk were getting away with fucking whatever they wanted under Ollie. But now it's changed.
Aye. Did I get away with
Did
nothing?
I get away
And
with?
then
Ken, here's
Rashford openly said he slept in.
slept in for a meeting, so you're dropped.
That's because Ten Hag was transparent there. Because he usually you would say no, he's had a few games of need to stick him on the bench, but Ten Hag's come straight out and said he's on the bench for disciplinary
You see when
reasons.
he did an interview, Ten Hag, he just went, disciplinary reasons. And then it went silent and she went, sorry, didn't you hear that? Disciplinary reasons. And that was all he said.
But if I liked as real as Garnacho in the earlier part of the season, he was supposed to feature in the first team, missed a meeting. You're out.
Aye.
You're not playing.
How
Consistent.
can you miss meetings and sleep in? You're on hundreds of thousands of pounds
And it's
a
like
week.
10 o'clock in the morning. We're not talking like fucking 7:30.
Yeah.
Again, there's no excuse.
It's
If you're
unacceptable.
marking that much money, you'd be out at 6 o'clock in the morning every
Aye,
morning.
aye. Yeah.
Wanting to do stuff.
Yeah.
But then Huddersfield was
again.
lacking a four.
And then even with Sancho, he's went, you're nowhere near ready for us. Just like,
I like what he's doing.
yeah,
He's
aye,
Sancho,
so do I.
actually.
Just get yourself sorted out.
Is he also taking your reserve team?
Aye,
Apparently
yes,
so, aye.
because he did that at Ajax.
Did he?
Aye, he was in charge of the reserve team and the first team. So somebody come up for the reserves could automatically go into the first team because nothing would be different.
Maybe he's
In
winning
terms
like
of-
a reserve trophy. Again, RD's massive list.
But was you, if I was you comparing Ten Hag to the text again?
Foden.
Aye.
You said that Ten Hag is the managerial
The
version
version
of
of
Foden.
Aye.
Abdi talks highly of him. He's got
Exactly.
nothing about him.
He's
Yes.
done nothing yet.
Done nothing yet. Time will tell it. Sticking with the Premier League, Spurs shed.
Aye, Spurs. So I was watched the Spurs game the other day and they were fucking god awful. And then I watched the Conte interview afterwards. So is he the right man for Spurs? And Fitz went wrong with him because when you watched his interview, he was basically he looked like a man and spoke like a man that had fucking given up the ghost. Like he was very poor. So it was
Very poor.
it was shite. And that's why I'm saying, Ken, is he the right man for the job? Because
It's a bit weak, this. I need 3 players at 70 million every season, innit?
I need 7 transfer windows or something to fix a team.
But you
Well,
want to sign a new contract.
but I want to sign a new contract, and well, do you really need this? Ken, they spent 170 million this summer.
Aye.
Spent 96 million last summer,
Aye.
and 110 million the summer before that.
So that's saying they've got a chairman that'll potentially throw money at.
You'll
getting-
back him, but you wouldn't back him if he's not going to sign a contract. But I think
But I mean, his style of play, does his style of play suit the players he's got at the club? Because I mean, here's Harry Kane didn't even get a touch of the ball until 20 minutes into the game.
aye.
Conte is a pragmatic manager.
Aye.
I'm a big fan of Conte, but see, pragmatic manager, see, if it's not going well,
It doesn't
you
look.
look really bad because you need to win games playing like that. Because
Aye.
if you didn't, it's like Mourinho. Mourinho's a same sort of manager as Conte.
Aye.
He plays quite a pragmatic style. And the fans want to see attacking football, and that's nae Conte.
Well, in his interview as well, he said, if you're not used to winning, it's difficult, and it's a difficult process to create. So he's basically saying,
Well, he's
Spurs are Spurs.
He's trying to block a heritage, is he? Which is quite difficult at a club,
Aye, exactly. So,
because Spurs have a history of no winning fuck all, Ken.
well, exactly.
So try to change that culture is always going to be difficult.
But on the other hand, right, his win percentage is the best win percentage out of all the managers
Aye,
Spurs have had.
Is that right?
Aye. Yeah.
This is what I'm getting at though with Conte. He'll do well, win your games, but he doesn't particularly look great doing it. And when you lose, it just looks bad because Ken.
I mean, he played against Villa, and Villa play sort of similar to Spurs.
Aye.
Ken, they're quite happy to sit in,
Aye.
give you the ball, and then try and break and come on strong later on. Now, he said he was happy with the performance against Villa. Didn't he have a shot and goal?
The one thing I do like him, he's like,
Didn't he have a shot
he
and goal?
says these things and he backs himself to the hill, and he ultimately doesn't give a fuck what people thinks, does he?
Well, it looked as though he did because
It seems like he's
It was
pining for
fucking
more
right.
cash, but obviously, I think it's, for me, it's as simple as if he's not going to sign a contract. So it's obviously like a trade after he's gone. If I'm going to get backed, I'll sign. But they're going, well, you need to sign and we'll back you. But
Aye.
he's too scared to sign in case he did that back him.
Aye. because he obviously
Thinks
he needs to be back to take him to the next level. But
Yep.
Ken, when you look at a league or Tottenham,
fourth,
would you say they're underperforming?
That's what
I
I
wouldn't
say.
say
With the
so, no.
squad of players that go, are they underperforming?
I would say almost overperforming.
Overperforming.
I ken the problems, the performances, and the why they play. That's the main problem with Conte.
Also, the fact
Every
that
fan knew once attacking fella.
they want to see Kane scoring 30 plus goals this season.
well,
But he's not
that's
doing that at the moment.
He's not getting a chance to.
Yeah. Doesn't get
Exactly.
any service.
So is Conte's style of play, or Conte is
and he's
the manager?
definitely
Is he the right man for the job?
Son, best player in the league last year, and
He's been
so poor.
But again, is that due to the style they're trying to play? I just think
It's more Conte's more suited towards the defensive side of the game than the attacking side of the game. So he probably the defensive side players like him more than the
definitely.
offensive side players.
Well, saying that, out of 55 games he's played, he's conceded 57 goals and scored 103. Again, so you're nearly scoring 2 a game and conceding a goal a game.
So it's
So,
average 1-2-1.
aye. So his defence is not that good, is it? His attacking's better.
Aye.
Ken,
Well,
so
no, I think that's not bad. If it's at 55 goals he's conceded
He's
in how many
very
games?
much got
57 in 55 games.
So
it's very much a stifled approach when you watch him in it.
I'd like a comparison for that because that sounds not too bad.
I can't hang go in. It was until I was sitting there thinking,
There's not many teams in the Premier League keep clean sheets consistently.
Nowadays,
Well,
It's such
too
a
many
tough
good
league.
Well, Fitzpatrick's got the lowest.
He-
Newcastle, must be.
Newcastle, 12 goals.
12 goals.
Did he-
14, 12 goals, and Arsenal's 14.
De Gea just matched the record for clean sheets at Man United. 170. I've got to start here because I love digging up fucking shit against Liverpool.
That's what you were speaking with Conte.
I am. But I'm on to Liverpool now. Hey, they've conceded more goals than Everton this season.
Have it?
Aye.
Their defence is horrendous.
Defence is
Defensively terrible.
Told you Van Dijk's finished. Fucking best player. He
Subbed, did he?
see,
Subbed the other
I
night.
didn't
yeah.
see a game yesterday.
Subbed at half time.
sub.
Aye, I seen it.
Got outstripped.
Gone through a
Gone
blitz.
through a bl- aye, our
Speaking
biggest through a
about,
bad
speaking about the
bit of
best
form.
player ever beat centre half in the Premier League history. He's had 2 good seasons. Come on, folks.
This is his first bad season.
Smell?
I bet you're saying 2 good seasons. I would say this is his first body. I would say he's
Been in Premier
he's
League
been
for
consistent,
6.
like good every season, apart from first season.
How long has he been in Premier League? 6 or 7 years?
Something like that. Aye.
Something like that.
But he's not been world class, is he?
Aye.
Is we're saying.
Aye, he was 100%. Aye,
Southampton's never had a world class player.
Shearer,
Shearer.
Letizia,
What?
Letizia,
Come on.
Ostenstad,
Egglestonstad.
Forgot about that.
Kenna,
Jeff Kenna.
Jeff
Jeff
Kenna.
Came on, Cow. Was West Ham, was he?
Faddy boy, no, he played for Stoke.
Bassett, world class goalie. Dave Bassett won a FA Cup.
He did win a cup, eh?
Besant, that's it. Aye.
Virgil van Dijk.
Come on, I was more Southampton. Oh, Mane.
Aye.
Oh, that's right. He did play for Southampton, didn't he?
He's been in the Premier League technically new for this will be his
7th season.
7th
Aye.
season.
Yeah, 2015 he signed for Southampton.
Southampton. Face Celtic. So 6-1. Never had a bad season at Southampton, did he? Walked up first couple of seasons with him.
Well, he obviously had to. He obviously played well at Southampton to get a contract at Liverpool.
Aye.
Well,
We were speaking about him being Liverpool's best signing in a long, long time. That's probably right.
he's better than Nunes, I suppose.
I think Conte's better than Nunes. I think Gapco's better than Nunes. He's not played yet.
What do you think of the thing with Nunes for? He's got everything, world class and everything apart from the final bit.
I think that'll come.
No, there's no point of being world class and nothing else.
Because I don't think it will come, because you've got to be born with that. Like, every goal scorer's born with it. There's obviously, he's the quickest player in the league, that's a fact. You can see that. He runs away with boys, but he can't finish. I'll be very surprised if that turns around, because all these boys are goal scorers for a young age, aren't they?
Aye, I'm with
He
you.
should have scored
I'm with
last
you. I
night.
don't think he's a natural finisher.
No, he doesn't look it.
We've seen boys that are lightning quick and look apart, but when it comes to the final bit, look out.
Yeah.
Useless. Romadal.
Dennis Romadal, quickest player ever to play football.
Fuzzy boy played for Chelsea again, Danish boy, and he was
Jesper Grunkier.
Aye, he was like he's going to
Lightning.
wing, Got to cross.
Couldn't cross the road.
Aye, in the stands.
Aye.
Nunez is the same. Looks apart till he gets in front of goal.
Wasn't he like that with Forlan when Forlan was at Man United? For a start, he was just couldn't.
No, I mean,
Forlan's
scoring record United was good.
Aye,
Always
his
went.
record's not bad.
Especially,
he went in 18 months for he didn't score pretty much, but then before and after he scored plenty.
He's only been in the role now for a couple of months at Liverpool.
But definitely willing to get that little game of season. Probably doesn't speak the language.
Yes.
Young lad. But
Nunez.
Aye.
But I can't be saying settling into the culture on him, but just because he doesn't speak English doesn't mean you can't finish. Couldn't have hit a fucking barn door with a banjo.
It's how much he misses. It's how much he misses by, and like how extravagant the like shanks are and
Did
stuff.
you see that shank last night?
Do you think he's trying too hard and he's trying to hit a bar too hard and things
He's
like
not relaxing,
that? He's like golfing in a way.
I think six attempts, 6 misses.
Aye.
Aye.
That was it last night. It was terrible.
The harder you try, the further there back you go.
We'll stick with you, Emma, with the cliches.
No, I was trying to think of a topic that was quite funny, and I kept on hearing cliche after cliche, and I thought, let's bring some cliches to the table.
I've got millions.
So, good eens, bad eens, funny eens, Ken.
Aye.
So, I've Kenny that annoys me most is when somebody misses a penalty, shit penalty, and when they score it, great penalty.
Aye.
So, just if it's missed, it's a shit pen. Take that as granted. Because if you can't score for 12 yards, you're nice to me.
Aye.
And if you score, well, you should score.
Yep.
So, Ken, it's just annoying when folks say it's a shit pen. Like, see if Messi, at Messi World Cup fine penalty.
When he rolls it.
See if that hadn't went in, Abdi would have said that was a shit penalty.
pen.
The keeper would say that. Abdi would have said it was a shocking penalty. So that always gets said. So, oh, well, my top in here, Brentford, tough place to go. Is there only away game that you would say easy place to go?
That's easy.
Abdi says every away game's tough place to go.
Yeah. They say there's tougher places to go. Can they say, oh, Anfield's in the toughest places to go?
Aye.
Okay, when you ask ex-professionals, oh, if I was a tough place to
It's
go.
a tougher place to go, but every away game's a tough place to go because it's not for you play every week.
Aye.
Ken, so away is basically tough.
There's places you enjoyed maybe gone.
So would you not
play.
say it's a tougher place to go?
No.
No.
Just take it as granted that playing away at home is always difficult.
Well,
Especially at pro level.
another basic in, right? If it grinds my gears to use, it's a game of two halves. No, that's just basic.
It was a game of two halves.
One for the neutrals. It's another thing.
Give me annoys me, right? He was in acres of space. Now listen, an acre is 4,047 square metres. A football pitch is 7,140 square metres.
Oh, okay.
So acres means more than one.
Made him one.
So 2 acres is 8,100 nearly. So that's more than a hell pit a pitch.
So you can say he's in an acre of space.
Acre of space.
Even then, that's impossible.
Even that's impossible. That means it's just him in the pitch himself.
He's in an acre of space.
He's in,
Acre of space.
he's in 7/8 of an acre of space. Hectare, slightly smart, eh?
Schoolboy defending, 6-pointer, goals, wins games. It's loads of them.
I seen, right? He threw him under a bus. There's a story, isn't it?
Is that?
So it dates back to 1923 when a coach, Dickie Clydesdale, threw his star player under the team bus and he was crushed to death. Legend has it, he turned to the rest of the team and said, maybe next time it'll be you.
That's brilliant.
That's old school.
That's proper coaching.
Proper old school.
That is playing with fear after that.
That's brilliant.
There's things I don't understand.
He's got him on toast.
If it is a cultured left foot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's always a cultured left foot. It's never a cultured right
Cultured
foot.
right foot.
Only left foot is cultured.
In things like Beckham's territory. If it's Beckham's territory.
Okay.
Beckham's territory.
For a free kick.
For a free kick, guy.
Or there's somebody's winning the game. That's a nice cushion they have.
There's hunters, is there?
Aye.
Well, the aim we use and I changed for Sugly Peg. Managers on a Sugly Peg. Get out for do you?
Aye.
Furry Hings' coat is now loose. It might fall.
Good squad on paper.
Oh, fucking hell. That start, man. Games they played in fucking paper.
Exactly.
So they've spent more money on us. I've yet to see a pound note run out.
It's a 6 pointer.
A 6 point.
No, it's not.
See,
It's definitely 3 points.
It's definitely a 3 point, but you can only talk one game at a time.
that's another thing.
We changed the sugary peg to a wobbly
bike.
bike.
That's right. I actually said that.
Lost the dressing room. That's another thing.
How can you lose the dressing room? It's in the same place all the time. If you lose the dressing room, then you deserve to be sacked. Because Ken, Abdi should be able to find the dressing room.
Exactly.
He gave 110%.
Oh,
Can
did
you
I
like
give a
that,
star?
Mike?
Nah, fucking. You can't give me an 100%.
But even just impossible. Come out of mind for actually playing when the manager says to you, play percentages. Fit's percentages got to do with fitba. Yeah, but I said it. Just play percentages.
I play a percentage pass. So then I'd play the World Cup pass. I gave it a World Cup pass. Again,
You can only play
pass. Did they play the World Cup? Did I play anywhere else?
Brilliant.
If that was in target, it was in.
The classic. He's got a good touch for a big man or a good touch for a defender.
No, fucking. I was reading through some of the. If that ball went in, it would have been a different game.
Aye.
Yeah.
Tell you, Michael Owen comes away with some classics. That even makes sense.
That was a great cross. Pity no one was there.
So it was a shite crossing.
Certainly knows where the goal is.
Fit is schoolboy defending.
That's what I mean. I've got that.
Fit is saying schoolboys are really bad at defending.
You're automatically saying every schoolboy is fucking
Cannot
shit
defend.
at defending.
Nina mentioned earlier on is you can't win the title in August, but you can lose it.
Aye. I've got that, you know.
No, that's a great thing like that.
Aye.
It's loads of them. And we've all used them.
Or they've scored too early.
Aye. I've got
Scored too early.
Aye, game on that fuck, so scored too early.
scored too early.
Nah.
Because you never do a team talk saying, right, boys, didn't I score too early?
Did I
You'll mark
score?
them angry.
I tell you, if it's score in about 20 minutes. Did I score after one?
That's what Scotland did to Brazil, mine. They scored early.
Starred the Hornets nest.
Obviously, they made them angry.
Now you say when somebody scores, the next 5 minutes is crucial, is it?
Next 10 minutes, shut up. So if you concede in the 12th minute, that's all right.
That was okay.
See, but the Ian's very fun you play, like I've said, it sticks being a winger, and your manager goes to you, you alright? And the ultimate insult, which is just code for you're here a nightmare. Are you alright?
You alright, Doug? Aye.
Fine.
Or the old classic, no words needed for a manager, puts two fingers to his head like that.
And stares at you.
Captain. That's universal though. You
definitely.
get what it means,
Aye.
guy.
Fucking screw.
I'm thinking a voice of that.
Score a goal. Keep it tight.
Aye.
Well, it's fucking obvious.
Keep it tight first 20. So then, the next 70 we can go out loose.
I mind playing a game up at Keith, and we went in at 1-1. I think it was right, and got getting team talking. Well, keep it tight for the first 5, boys. Keith had a kick off. Went down their right wing. Boy swings it in. Boom! Bullet head our own goal.
I mean, was that Cormier fucking Skelf?
The Skelf.
Oh, man.
Fucking next 5 minutes I was here a fucking nightmare. Getting
just gets in
shunking stuff out of the
gets
park.
you-
And I
gets in your head,
was
doesn't
like,
it?
fuck.
Just for the next 5 minutes.
Then I come all right.
Abdi's got a game plan until they're punched in the face. That's a good boxing lead, isn't it?
Brilliant.
I think it was Tyson. I had a few quotes, stupid quotes. I can't.
Oh, did you?
Chiz did these, but one I found heaps of them, but I've picked the best ones. So I was asked a basketball player, I can't even mind what his name was, but he says, my sister's expecting a baby, but I don't know if I'm going to be the uncle or the auntie.
Yeah, it's quite up nowadays, isn't it?
Definitely in Scotland, don't know.
Ian, it makes sense to me was a Bill Shankly, and it's not Ian you think it.
Oh.
I've got to say, but the trouble with referees is they know the rules, but they don't know the game. That's factual.
That's
No,
true.
yeah.
100%.
Yes, 100%.
100% true.
On making up your top of your head.
Practice puts brains in your muscles. I like that, Ian.
Aye, fuzz up for
Can't imagine. I think it was Gary Player. Another Gary player in. The more I practice, the luckier I become.
Aye.
That's right.
Exactly. Aye.
I believe in
Hard
that.
work.
Now.
I believe I can fly. That was R. Kelly.
Couldn't fly away for the authorities.
On to my topic this week, we'll put it last. It's about the Dons. 1 point in 15. Two of that games against the bottom two.
That's a positive, though.
Is it a time for a reshuffle at Pittodrie? And his Cormac being a catalyst.
Don't score me in this year.
Dunk's face.
Is it time for Goodwin to part company and his Cormac being a catalyst to the Dons' decline?
A lot of things to be
A
answered.
lot of things to be done. Aye.
A lot of questions.
So let's fire him at us.
So, firstly, is it a time for a reshuffle again at Pittodrie?
Reshuffle meaning.
Well, manager, backroom staff, people like that.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Too early.
I think if you've given him all that money, the most money since the 90s, then I think he has to be given time.
Aye.
But if he keeps losing,
Have you seen
funds are cut off.
well, I personally think because we've got a semi-final coming up, I think he gets to the semi-final.
Oh,
because to get sack a manager before a semi-final, I think it wouldn't be madness. But
Hibs did that last year, was it?
aye, but
Aye.
I think he gets to the semi-final. But I think if a league form continues and then they lose to Rangers heavily,
Funds are Rangers semi.
2 weeks time.
2 at time, 14th.
next two
So
big
if the
games?
two league games is
Away
lose.
St.
to
Johnstone.
Hearts. Oh, I
Hearts and St Johnstone, Hearts and Hibs in it. Is the next
St.
three games.
Johnston, Rangers,
Home is St Johnstone. Though.
Aye.
then Hearts, then Darvel.
Oh, they've got Darvel on.
Darvel to me is just on it. I know it's like a junior team, but there's just something
Their place in that.
eking away at my gun.
That's a tough place to go.
There's something eking away at me just saying it's because the biggest shocks in recent memory have been Aberdeen, Stenhouse Muir, East Fife.
Nah, it's too far.
You think?
Even for
Aye, yes.
as much as I'd love it to happen, there's no way it'll happen. if Darvel even drew Aberdeen, that's an automatic sacking. That is automatic.
Aye.
I
Oh,
love
fuck,
life
aye.
because
You
You
can't.
could actually argue if Darvel score a goal,
Well,
you could.
spot a goal.
you can spawn a goal, but
If you win 10-1,
that's
sack for that.
But if you're going on, if you're going on
White,
Cormac's
give that
beaten,
me.
Rangers sacking their
he's
manager.
got the same record. He's got the same record as Stephen Glass, and he got £2 million. So you'd hate to say on what he's done previously, then you say Jim Goodwin's on borrowed time.
Can you sack a manager after 20 games?
Why not?
They're third in the league, fourth in the league, and they're in a semi-final of a cup.
if you say it like that, it's fine. But
Aye, but
it's the eye test, Mike, isn't it?
aye,
Aye.
It's
Test.
the eye test.
2 games away for being 9th.
Recent results.
Aye.
5. The thing is, the crazy thing about it is, right, they were a fit 4 minutes away for getting a draw against Celtic.
And
They
then
were 3 minutes away for beating Rangers.
I know.
They were controlling the game against St Mirren until the boy gets sent off. And then they had an absolute nightmare at
Yep.
fucking Killie. But I think a Killie game stems off the previous 3, really,
Yes,
because
aye.
then the confidence goes down. And now you're struggling for confidence, and that's a hard thing to get yourself out of.
Aye.
And then,
Getting a draw against Ross County, as much as folks say it's a really, really bad result, bottom league, it's near defeat.
To
It's
be
a 1
fair,
point.
I watched the game and they didn't play bad.
No. The 20 attempts on goal, they should have won, but
Roos didn't have a safety
but
mark.
it's that should have again, isn't it? Like the bottom line is they didn't win, and
Aye.
they're bottom of the league. And then Malky Mackay's come out and said we came for a draw and we got a draw. So
Job
as
done.
that say, job done.
Aye.
We've done a number on you.
Well, does it? Because fucking they should be coming for a win. You know what I mean, they got a draw, and to be fair, Aberdeen strikers have been scoring. So it's a case it just was.
But it's things like
Just
this.
wasn't
It's
happening
things
because they did create chances. You said they did hit shots. So
worrying
was it just one of
signs-
that games?
worrying signs for me is though he ostracises Ramirez completely for the squad. Like doesn't even get to kick a bat, and then now that he's bang up against the wall, he's like, "Can you come back straight into team and do me a turn?" And then he subbed him, and then he subbed Miovski. Now they're meant to be the goal scorers, and then you're bringing on no strikers to replace it. So like
And
that's
he-
fit folk.
you spend
Some
all
of
this
his,
money
some
in
of his
Vinny.
substitutions are. Okay, we need a goal, and he's taking off 2 strikers.
Fit is your biggest beef with Goodwin. Fit is his biggest weakness.
The big for me, it's his arrogance.
Aye.
About fit he
A
says.
lot of folks say it.
Because he's saying things that's easy to fix. I'll do this. I'll do that. And he's doing none of it. And then even his interview yesterday disgusted me. To be honest with you, like basically in a roundabout way saying, "I don't give a fuck what the fans have got to say." Well, if they make enough noise, he'll be out of a job.
Well, he should.
Simple as that.
He definitely should care about
And he
fans.
just now he can't. I understand you can't. If you do something different, you'll get pulled up in it. But he walks around the pitch every game, right? And I mean, folk were like slaughtering him yesterday. Now, obviously, if he goes up the tunnel, folks say, "Look, you didn't come on the pitch." But he come on the pitch, and he was like, kind of like, and everybody was saying it around about my folk going like arrogantly smiling, going, and folk were going, "You've just been beat 4 games in a row, and you've just drew Ross County, and you're on the pitch smug as fuck, going." And then he does that interview after the game, going, "I don't really give a fuck what they've got to say. Didn't go doing well." That doesn't help him either.
No, it doesn't. You should be saying, Ken, even Deep Dooney thinks, even Deep Dooney thinks he doesn't give a fuck.
That,
you should be saying, Kenneth, I can understand the fans' concerns about the poor performance or the poor results, but we're working hard on the fucking cliches. Ken,
exactly.
You roll them out, do you?
And he did say some of those things, but he also did say, they can say if they want. He goes, to be honest, he goes, Tyrone, I don't even think about what they've got to say. And that's probably true, but to say it publicly.
I think one of your main jobs as a manager is to keep the fans on track.
Because once you turn,
if the fans go against the manager, they basically go against the team.
Aye.
Because they want the manager out.
Yeah.
And they kind of, the manager, the way you get, a fan will never want a team to lose. But that's the plus side. If they lose, it's another fucking. And especially if they stop turning up, that's him finished.
At the end of the day, can fans influence a chairman's decision?
Oh, definitely.
100%.
I think that's
biggest thing.
Yeah.
If you're a chairman sitting at Pataudry and you hear other fans getting mental, that's huge pressure on you to do something.
But there's a bit of credence what you said, because he went through the games in his interview, and he's right, because they nearly got a point in Celtic. Again, we're saying nearly beat Rangers. It's nearly like they've lost 4 in a row and they were terrible in every game. And
a perfect Kelly.
And that's what he said. He goes, that's the worst performance since being. So I was a bit of credence in that. But as I said, I think as chairman, you're saying about Cormac, if he's ploughed in the most money any Aberdeen manager's head, I think he's within his rights to turn around and say, what the fuck is going on here?
Not publicly, though.
Not publicly.
No. We had Celtic game. If I was a chairman, I would have him in the office after that game. Because
haven't they gave you all this money to do that?
And plus, you're not backing your players playing like that. And I said it last week. Any manager can set out a team to defend like that. Anybody, we could do that. We could set out a team like that. And to me, a manager earns their corn with the offensive side of it. And he showed zero. He earns their corn. Like talking corn.
Michael Stewart said that in the radio, didn't he? He says, I'm an ex-player, and I'll tell you right now, none of the players are wanting to play like that.
No,
because as a player, no matter how you played it against,
I
want to fucking win.
Centre halves wouldn't mind. That's making a centre half's job easy.
It is.
Because you didn't hate to run more than 5 yards. Because all the spaces are filled with players.
But he's definitely realising now he's not at St Mirren now, because he is getting pelters, and I don't care how strong-willed you are and how tough you are. He's not sleeping much right now.
Things he said doesn't help them. I agree with you there. Because
too much statements thrown out.
I think he thought the fix was going to be easier than it was, because he came in and he did spec quite well in his interviews, but saying defence, I'll fix that within a week.
Easy.
And the defence is a shambles.
That's his biggest problem.
He backed up Stuart last night after the game, didn't he? He said Stuart had a good game. That was always just a confidence.
Petty praise.
Aye.
Petty praise, like Maguire gets petty praise.
Yeah. Do you think if Cormac was in charge, would McInnes still be at Pataudry in a way? Do you think it was at the Hill?
If Stuart Milne was still in charge, McInnes would still be there.
You think so?
Oh,
I would have liked to have seen McInnes given
exactly. Because a lot of fans are now saying on the socials, are going, go cap in hand and go back and get him. But the thing is, McInnes wouldn't go because of how he was treated by Cormac. But that's what I would do.
And Cormac would never own up to that.
No.
I'd be saying I made a major mistake.
But the thing is, only McInnes is laughing at, because let's just say they do sack fucking Goodwin. That's 2 managers have gone through. So the only one sitting laughing is him going, look, they've just flipped 2 managers.
Yeah. I said right at the start when they sacked McInnes, Cormac feels to me he could go through a phase of sacking heaps of managers. I said that. And he just gives me that vibe, like. But I think a majority. Thing is, you look at him big picture. You kind of forget the last 5 games, but they're actually in a reasonably good place. But saying that, they're losing Hearts now. Hearts are starting to get right above them in third.
Yes.
But they're still in the cups. Okay? And that's
what's saving him, in my opinion.
That's major. The semi-final, if they can get a good run in the Scottish Cup,
because it wouldn't surprise you if St Johnstone beat us and then Aberdeen beat Rangers, Ken. Because that wouldn't surprise me.
Because Glass never really got over getting beat by Wraith in that cup game.
Because that was killer right to start with season.
Goodwin's not had something like that.
It's not a shocker.
He's still in the cups.
Rangers getting beat by Rangers 3-2. That's probably a big
That's
Influence.
And that why he set out against Celtic at home. Was you at a game?
No.
No, that was totally unacceptable.
That was a turn. That was a turn for the Celtic game. That's when the fans, in my opinion, have turned on him
Aye.
since the Celtic game. And then obviously it could have been forgotten about with the Rangers win, but
Aye.
then they caved in the last.
Yeah.
But I do still sit in games and I go, and he says, and manager carries a can, I get that. It's still the fucking players that are folding. It's not good when it's folding,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But I think if this doesn't work out, it's Mr. Cormac's got to carry a can.
Aye?
Because he was the one that decided to get
Get
rid of
rid of
McInnes.
McInnes.
And I can understand the top man. If I bought a club, I'd want my own man.
Aye.
Aye.
Whether Manair was doing
A great
well,
job,
unless
yeah.
he was doing an unbelievable job. But you want your own man, do you? If you're a boss of a company, your next man doing. He's not. You've got.
But fans do forget because there was there was a clamour at Sark McInnes, but the football was atrocious under McInnes when he got sacked.
Aye.
There was nobody going, oh, we shouldn't have done that. There was a handful of folk, but no loads. And then same with like now it's like just
Do you think it's a better quality of football now we make under good draw compared to Glass?
it's slightly better. But the fact of the matter is the records are the same, so you can't hide for that.
Yeah.
Cannot hide for that. And I just think I always harp on about it, but Aberdeen fans that are sitting in the stands are quick enough to go on about Celtic and Rangers money. Again, County are probably playing players fit £300 a week.
Aye.
Some of them might even have a second job, isn't that's not a joke.
Aye.
Yet we're paying boys. Rumour has it Ramirez is on $9,000 a week apparently, but how true that is I don't know. But again, and yet he's sitting and rotting in the stands, and then so Aberdeen are on a massive budget compared to everybody else.
Compared to Ross County for sure.
yeah.
Aye.
Definitely.
So we
Maybe
should.
not Hearts and Heads and that. But
No.
they spent a lot of money in the summer.
Yes.
£2 million quid.
Yeah.
The-
They should be
The
easy.
jury is definitely out in Goodwin. Like,
Oh, aye.
because I thought it would be a good appointment actually. But
I'll give him time. I
think
still think
he's-
there's.
I think he can turn that around for sure,
I-
aye, because I said I think Aberdeen are in a bad run, but it's
His record doesn't say that, though,
no,
does it?
exactly. But when you're looking at some of his substitutions and that, and
His game management seems poor.
it
Because
does look
he
at when
changed that against Rangers when he didn't need to change it against Rangers.
he marks a lot of subs, and
Aye. Then he changed it again.
Aye,
It was, Ken, as you say, you're looking for a goal, and he's took off two
he's
strikers.
got nobody to pawn. So like, so I said it when I was at a game, I goes, if we didn't score here, he's going to get nailed with that because he's teeing off of two strikers and put nobody on to replace him.
aye.
So it's strange.
But back to Rangers game, when you were sitting there in that last 10 minutes, they were sitting far too deep.
Oh,
Could you not see?
I was nearly on the pitch trying to tackle Goldson myself because I could not believe
How
he was
far
getting to run 80 yards every single time.
punch, Alex
and,
done.
and nobody was doing on it, and folk were screaming, going, "How the fuck can he not see it?"
Aye.
Ken fucking sitting on the edge of 18 yarder
was
from
like
the bars
they
at the other end of the park.
Aberdeen were playing in that last 10 minutes, 20 minutes against Rangers like a 9 men.
It was 27 minutes once they sat in. I watched it and I goes,
Yeah.
and just said it over, they'll score, and they did.
You can't welcome a team on
No.
like that.
Never 27 minutes.
No way.
No.
So I think he can turn it around, but I think Cormac's a trigger happy chairman. I don't think he's going to take any shit, does he?
I think he's too full of shit. If he'd fucking just be a chairman and bide out your fucking... It's not about him.
Yeah,
Chairman should never be in the headlines. Chairman should never be
But he has been
spouting
quiet.
shite.
He has been quiet really this season since he did his spat on Radio Scotland.
Should just see again. All right, that's the time I thought, that's good a chairman coming out and speaking out. Then you're looking back now and say, chairman's job isn't it to do that? Just
That's-
fucking bide out the road.
That's why you very rarely hear for chairman, because you're damned if you do, and you're damned
But my
if you
bigger
don't.
worry is he's a successful businessman and he's been successful all his life. He might just get fed up and say, I'm out of here, and then Aberdeen are fucked.
I think he's got a real passion for Aberdeen.
He does,
Cormac,
but
is
if he decides,
Aye.
I can't keep failing, this is no for me.
and he gets out,
There's nobody in Aberdeen to replace him because somebody would have been in before now.
If it's Goodwin went to Aberdeen, if it's he want, if it's his aim, see if it a couple of cups maybe.
I'll tell you,
Trophies.
realistically, that's what you can
Trophies.
get.
Fits a ceiling for Aberdeen.
Finishing third and winning a
Finishing
cup.
third, getting in Europe, maybe.
Simple as that.
Which he can do, and that's why I kind of get them trying to temper the frustration by going, look, we're still in 2 cups and we're in a bad run, but we can turn it around, and I believe we'll turn it around.
Like a Europa League.
But do you believe if you got like a top-notch manager, like really fucking found a golden nugget, like a Fergie, again, there's not many of them that go.
Could
You
they-
look at that Rangers Celtic game, the first half especially, they are fucking, you can get them. That first half was a joke. I thought
It was poor,
quality-wise.
it was poorly.
Quality-wise, I thought it was shocking. Second half was better. But I didn't... Like I said last week, that team, Rangers and Celtic, aren't as far out in front as they used to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's a failure that they're nae at least closer. 20 points.
Already?
That Rangers team's nae.
No, it's not good.
Kid, 20 points ahead of him. I just think a manager, a real manager, could fucking really do something.
So maybe push the boat out, pay that a little bit more for a...
Maybe even nae pay more, but just find somebody that's got...
If it caliber a manager, we could
with
take
Goodwin, I think he's probably a decent manager, but he's not
Tactically.
special. You need to, as a guy, like I said, you earn your corners offensively. And I see on Aberdeen doing anything offensively that it's Ken. Anything better than I've seen.
Goodwin,
100 million managers do.
Man management wise, I probably think he's a good enough manager, maybe, but
Is he?
tactically,
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's because I can tell he's like a Souness or a Keane. If I want you fan out with him, that's
Aye.
it.
Aye.
But so my point is, like, he's obviously decided Ramirez isn't for him. He's not even kicked a ball, not even letting him on, just sitting there rotting, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden you come for the cold.
aye.
You're starting, go score a hat-trick for me, get me the shite. And he's gone, why the fuck should I run through a brick wall for you? I've not kicked a ball this season.
Aye.
And
And
then
you'd almost.
you can turn around and say, well, Ramirez, I fucking told you he was shite. Look,
Well, that's
why
what
I
I'm saying.
was
So fans have been clamouring for Ramirez, right? And he was garbage yesterday, and somebody put up, going, see, if I hear one more person shouting for Ramirez, he's as shit as he was before, Ken. So, like, you gotta win it.
Can you fuck?
But your job as a professional football player is to go out and prove the manager wrong.
Exactly.
If you get a chance. Like the hell Rashford Ten Hag thing.
Aye.
Ten Hag's dropped him at bench.
And then he's done
brought
the
him on a
business.
second half. He's come on, did a business. And then he's like, it diffuses the hell situation.
But-
now it's back to normal.
But what it is, the fans have turned, and I think once the fans have turned, it's hard to get them back on side.
Aberdeen fans are fickle, though. I think if they
Yeah.
get a couple of good wins,
That's what I think. I think it's a
semi-finals.
bad run. To go win 3 games in a row, if they go beat Hibs Hearts
I don't think you can
in St
just,
Johnston.
I don't think you can just brand Aberdeen fans. I think every
No,
club,
every club.
every
No.
club's the same. It's about results.
Aye.
It's about results are the main thing. If Aberdeen can go, see if Aberdeen beat Rangers and get the cup final, you'd almost forget about 5 games.
Oh, 100%.
You would. So
100%.
that's fitted. That's how it is.
I think there's a certain bit of the fan base in Aberdeen
poisonous.
go to mine.
Fuck.
This isn't the 80s anymore.
Correct.
Well,
Because Willie Miller was losing his shit after Rangers
isn't
game,
the
right?
80s.
Because I actually Celtic game, sorry, and I went out going to my mate, going, well, I get it, folk will be annoyed, but Wednesday when I got in the car and Willie Miller was going to have to see, but he's out of touch with it now because he's been out the game that long. The gap wasn't as big between Rangers and Celtic when he played, and Aberdeen did a great side.
Aye.
So to say that, I expect Aberdeen to go and do better, well, you're wrong because your team
Aberdeen.
was better.
Aberdeen couldn't have afforded to keep Willie Miller and Alex McLeish new.
Exactly.
And if they were playing
Aye.
now,
No, completely
they'd
different
be
game.
They'd be away.
They'd be
Sold.
away long ago.
Gone.
Yeah.
But back in that days, Aberdeen could keep up players.
Keep it. Aye.
Because I don't even think the wages were up much better.
Yeah.
No.
Rangers and Celtic in that days.
No, I don't
Ken.
think so.
So they were playing on a far better level playing field, and I think Dunk's right. He's got to mind that.
Same with Fergie. Fergie would have been gone the first couple of seasons.
Aye.
Aye, probably.
well,
aye. Well, as soon as he won a league,
Aye.
if you get a manager come in, won a league with Aberdeen now,
Aye.
he's near. He's
No,
near.
he's
No, he's gone. He's away.
He's all going.
Because fucking Abdi and their dog wants a huddle at like.
Yeah, somebody split the old firm.
It's just torture being an Aberdeen fan. Sometimes I wish. Look, if you didn't have a season ticket, it's not as bad, Ken. And if I didn't have a season ticket, I didn't get anywhere near as up we're doing. But when you're
Aye.
a season ticket holder and you're watching it every week, you're like, come on.
Aye. No, it's not good to watch just now. Like, but
We'll come again.
I'll come again. He'll come good.
Yeah.
Next, as you say,
Go on, Jim.
three wins in a bounce. Come
Yeah.
on.
Go on, Jim.
Right, we'll move on to this week's.
Mock of truth. I've said mine.
You said yours, man. That's fine. Got a hizzy new to ride. So there's only 2 this week.
Aye.
Shed, what's your mug of truth this week?
I better not be same as me.
Well, I've got 2.
Okay.
No,
You do yours in.
All right. If you were out walking
Oh, I know.
and there was dogging going on, would you nip over for a look?
100%.
Definitely.
You wouldn't walk right up the windy and peer in, though, would you?
No.
You'd do it in a sly way.
You
You'd go, far could I go and sit? They wouldn't see me. But I could still get a good view.
camera phones nowadays.
Fit your D in. Fit your D in, though. If it's somebody you can.
Oh.
Your film,
What's Mass's car?
Well, that would make it funnier.
Aye, would I?
Kev, I'd do, I'd let a dog off a lead and kick it over towards the fucking dog and
Throw the ball.
Come on, come back.
Oh, if it's that licking my balls.
Video and put in a group chat.
But the thing is, they can't complain if you go and hey,
That's the
is
whole
that
point
near
of
the
it.
hill point?
It's
That's
point.
the one. You
That's
want
the one.
to entice you in about.
Aye.
Yeah, we dirty one
You
next to the
can't go
window.
dogging and then call my pervy bastard for coming out here. Look, but
I'm just still walking my fucking dog and you're riding in the car.
Aye.
Hey, deal with
You
me.
definitely. You're a good
You're
nose.
gonna cross. See if that is.
Definitely. Just tell
Is it dogging? Is that you just watch though?
Aye.
You're
No, you can-
invited
you
to
can join in.
You can just
can't
tell them
join
better
in.
when to
Aye,
do.
aye.
Just tell a little.
When
Aye.
to do and show
Aye.
maybe thingy. Aye.
But they could they say no, you.
No, that's no boundaries.
Fuck off.
Aye. So massive. No.
Open the car door, put your hand in like you're getting change out of a fucking vending machine.
That's brilliant. That's a cracker. Change your vending machine.
Kind of ashtray.
Can I get to? Oh, that's brilliant.
So what I look.
Definitely.
Oh, aye.
We're for a squad.
There's quite a lot, supposedly a lot in the northeast of Scotland here
Is
for
there?
Is there?
places for dogging.
Oh, Mike.
There is,
Sunday
aye.
runs, Mike.
No.
No.
Nah,
wondered.
nah. I think there's Enur back road to Bridge of Dawn, isn't it?
Aye, going into
Denston way.
aye,
Aye.
back at Denston, down down the slip road.
Kearney Woods as well, isn't it?
Kearney Woods, aye.
Aye.
Boys doing Stonhaven have got a club, I think.
Aye.
Is there?
Aye.
First, Kearney Woods.
Bristol.
Drop a pen and send it to me.
West Hills Rifle Swingers.
Denston's
aye.
closer. Far about in Denston?
Get as you come out back road,
Back
and
road.
then there's a little slip road that goes down to the right.
Can
Can you Park Hill
After
Nursery?
you mark
Aye.
her, take a left up your
Aye,
back
aye,
road.
aye. Aye, for the you can't go straight across the because they shot at
Aye.
Betty. And then you go and then
there's that
turn
slip-
right.
you turn
down
right,
there.
down a hill.
Oh aye. And
then
that Woody's there.
Aye, Woody's
Aye.
there.
Aye.
As though he didn't care.
Thing is, right,
It's that moment of reflection.
I don't. It's a nighttime thing, is it? So
Aye.
do you need a flashlight?
Flashlight.
Aye, torch.
Drop the car in the morning. If it's bird shite in my car, oh, it's not bird shite.
Oh,
It's in a turn. Aye.
Aye.
no, no bad.
So
Would you go out your way though to go somewhere for it? Ken, you're basically speaking if you walk by it by mistake,
Aye.
inverted commas.
Aye.
Would you go out your way to go in here?
nah.
Well, it's like
They
kid,
admitting that.
out
Yeah.
walking the dog. Far was you walking the dog and oh, back at Denston. Kind of what these do? Fucking walking the dog.
You're
Didn't
taking your dog 35 mile away.
Just fancied a change of scenery.
Why's your jeans off, fool?
That's maybe a good cycle.
Where's the dog?
Let's go cycling on Friday nights.
Is that Friday night? Is it?
No, so,
That's a weird
that was
fest.
yours, was
That
it?
was mine.
That's a weird fest.
Aye, it is. Very.
Let's
You're
go
watch-
and park up somewhere so fucking watch us.
Aye, fuck. Fards that come up in conversation, sitting eating your mince and tatties.
I know.
Ken, if I really fancied you.
Let's go for a bad dogging.
Folk weird things though, do
Aye.
they, Ken?
Aye,
Weird feshes.
definitely.
And you don't Ken Faz because nobody admits them really.
Aye.
yeah.
No.
No, you're not meant to, are you?
Shed.
Can you give more than 100%?
Well, I've been through that.
Here we go, Michael.
No.
How can you know?
How can you?
You can always max
How
out and
Can
then
you know? You've maxed out.
You cannot charge a battery more than 100%, can you?
No, let him.
You've
say
been
his
your.
thing.
You've been your max. You're fucking on your knees. You're fucked. You're cramping like hell or something in a game of
I can't
football.
about that.
And then the crowd are fucking cheering you on. You find that wee extra bitty.
That means you're
Just get-
kidding a maxed out though.
Well,
First thing that jumps at my head is Champions League final in Carragher. Looked down and out with cramp, and he got up and played on.
That means he was only 99.9% though.
I'm not sure.
He was gone, and he's.
I think I
found that. There's
I
only
found out
certain
something
boys can
deep
find
down.
that.
That's adrenaline.
Again, defenders, they're the only boys that find that. Striker
At that
will
point-
never find
At
me.
that point, he wasn't 100%. He was away doing it like 60, 70%. Cause
Nah,
he-
he's done. He's
done.
finished. Then miraculously, he's got that
He's not finished
surge
though,
of
if
energy.
he can still go.
Surge of fucking adrenaline.
Aye,
110%.
You're only finished if you canna find it.
Again, but he's got a just extra wee fucking.
Certain boys have got an extra percent.
Ken, for your fuel gauge
Boxers
is
are
0
nice.
in your car. but you get a wee extra 10 mile.
Boxers are
wasn't a
done,
zero.
and they keep going.
It's because it was in the fucking 0 bit of the gauge.
But you can, there's a wee reserve here.
Boxers are another range. They're gone in their feet. They find
And
something.
then they dig something out.
Aye.
So you can give me a 100%.
I was another, when I was looking at quotes, a boxer, I think it was the boy Minty, had said, aye, okay, there's been a few injuries and a few deaths in boxing, but nothing serious.
Only a boxer would say that.
Ah, he's been boxed too much.
Nah, it's impossible. Only way you can get me 100% is mathematically.
You can't,
To charge your battery twice.
You can't get me exactly.
Can you be 110% deed? Because if you're 100% deed, that's it.
Just that extra wee bit of Dida.
You better cut his heat off. That's 110%
You
deed.
filled your tank 100% full in your car. You can't put another 10-15% in, can you?
And then you're talking like something. It's like a tank. It can only go. You can only put so much in it.
Aye, that's 100%.
By definition, if you've got something left, you're near 100%. Now, you're saying a defender can go a bit further than a winger.
No.
But a winger's maximum pain threshold would be maybe
Less.
80%. I can't get. But even though he's got 20%, 20% is too hard.
For him to go to.
That's the thing.
All right. Totally agree.
But I like a saying, because that just means...
It just means you're exaggerating for his den.
How much he's done.
Oh, he gave 110% a day. You're just saying he's went an extra bit.
See if you were paid £100 a week, right? And then you got a pay rise to then you were paid £200 a week. They can't 100% pay rise, do they? So if you were £300 a week, would that be a 200% pay rise?
Aye.
So that's a way of getting above 100%.
That's what I said.
Mathematically,
Mathematically.
You're allowed to.
You're allowed mathematically. Okay.
Aye, but nay,
But nay,
given of oneself
Yes.
can only be 100%.
or physical properties.
Yes.
Physical property.
Well, you can't. Again, you're saying physically you can't
Aye.
fill a tank more than 100%.
Aye,
You can't.
but-
It's impossible.
You can't boil water heater than
100 degrees.
100 degrees.
Okay.
That's too scientific for me.
Right, aye.
But degrees is different for percent.
Aye.
Aye.
You can definitely go hit on 100 degrees, no?
Aye,
Aye, that's what I'm saying.
definitely.
You can only boil water at 100%.
100% bailed.
That's 100 degrees.
100%
Is
by
that kettle boil? 100% boil.
I've said I'm 100% sure and still been wrong.
9 times out of 10 every time.
Aye. You be home at 9 o'clock when you go to pub at night? 100%. Here at night.
3 days later.
Because my wife says, I says, are you sure? And I go, a fucking 1,000,000%. She goes, you're not sure, are you?
See if you said, I'm pretty sure. She's like, it's fine.
Aye.
But as soon as you threw it a percentage,
Nah.
he's not getting for the fuck he's speaking about.
But in terms of effort, 100% is the max.
Right, I agree.
Yes.
You can't give any way more than 100%.
You can.
Right, wanker of the week this week.
So if it's a cut-off then?
Probably about 117 and a half.
120 plus VAT. Right, wanker of the week this week. So I think there's been potentially a few wankers of weeks this week, but Shay, you go with yours first.
Jurgen Klopp.
Your hatred for Liverpool never
Jorgen-
ceases to amaze me.
Knew the Ronaldo's awa.
Jurgen Flop.
Go on, Oh, just that.
Well, it was today. His pre.
We need reasons.
His post match interview.
Which I never
the
saw,
other
so what
day,
did he say?
After against Brentford, it's impossible to compete with these teams that have no players at the World Cup.
You never said that.
I did.
That's
What went wrong after the game today? It's impossible to compete with teams that didn't have players at the World
I've
Cup.
heard enough.
And we're kind of playing Monopoly. So basically saying we kind of get big money signings. And he's just spent 85 million
Oh, yeah,
in
on striker,
Nunez, he's
yeah.
fucking 75 million in Van Dijk.
You're talking about spending 100 million in Bellingham.
100 million Bellingham, fucking nearly got 50 million in Gatko. And he also said Brentford were too physical.
I'm surprised he said that. Like,
Brentford were borderline too physical on every set piece. They pushed my players.
That was it.
that's ultimate. For the manager said too physical, that's the ultimate sewer grapes. Remember Wenger did it with Sam Allardyce.
They pushed my players every time I was a set play. my players were getting pushed.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, the third was a push though.
Eh?
The third goal.
Nah.
Brentford.
Never.
Yeah, push.
Come on,
Borderline.
Mike. Come on, Michael.
I don't think so. No.
You're
He does
criticising-
actually clip him a bit, does
He
he?
does a wee bit,
He
but
does
if
once
that's
he's
your
passed.
centre-half,
Physical- I
you're
think-
having a go at your centre half for being.
Aye, it was
Oh, it's
on the borderline. That was the borderline of being maybe too physical, but I wouldn't have agreed with VAR overturning that.
No.
If a ref had give a free kick, I would have said, I suppose it
50.
maybe was like, but
You're not screaming for a penalty for boy shooters him.
probably not.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Just fucking, I just thought
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind that goal.
No.
I think
No,
it's,
no,
I
no,
think
no.
it's all right.
But Klopp's, since it's went down a while, his interviews have got worse.
He never once turned around and said, Guinness,
They were brilliant
we was not today, but Brentford were fucking good.
because they were.
Because they were.
The only time Klopp will say that is if he wins 5-0.
Aye.
And he'll say other team.
Other
aye,
team,
aye,
other
great,
team.
great team.
So,
We beat a great team today.
my wank of the week. Another cliche. Klopp. Flop, I mean.
Mass.
Mine's Skip Bayless. So anybody acquainted with American sports kens for Skip Bayless is he's like for basically being a troll. He's one of the most famous journalists in America. But he speaks out
Is this
a lot
American rugby?
about NFL and the basketball. He's big in the basketball. And he's got a show called Undisputed. Him and Shannon.
Is that him, aye?
Shannon
Aye.
Doherty?
So last night, no, Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer. Well, here he is, right? He had a debate with a boy, and he tried to. Boy
it?
Sharp
Seen
is a
it?
Hall of Famer,
Aye.
and he said to him he was jealous
Oh,
of Brady.
Brady.
And you could tell Sharp what it absolutely took his head off.
Took his head off,
Aye.
because he was sitting there going, I've won a Super Bowl, and you're actually saying that to
But
me.
he basically, this is how he's made his living, doing
Okay.
shit like this.
I don't care if I
But
was
to me,
taught.
this is so far out of score. I'm near cancel culture, as you okay, Ken.
Aye.
But to me, he should be sacked for this, in my opinion. So last night in the Bengals Bells game,
Terrible incident, aye.
a shocking incident for a boy who got tackled.
Seen it,
He
no?
had a cardiac arrest
Aye.
on the pitch.
Wow.
He was deed on the pitch.
Aye.
A bit, mate,
Like
basically
Ericsson.
like Ericsson.
Aye.
Aye.
Deed on the pitch. He was getting fucking
CPR.
CPR. He had the defibrillator on him and nothing.
Aye.
Shocking, right? That's just Skip Bayless's tweet. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Boy's deed on the pitch, and now he's concerned about his finishing a game. A boy, we're speaking about lives here.
Aye.
And we all love I love NFL, I love my sport, but it absolutely
Pales into
Insignificance.
insignificance when you're speaking about life and death. I can't remember like the Shankly saying.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's all
It was-
words.
it
isn't
was
But when it
shocking.
actually comes down to it, that tweet here, to me, that is too far. I mean, what a fucking... What a
bit.
fuck... The cunt's cunt, I can't.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
Aye.
So that is well worthy of a wanker of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And I had somebody else doing until I only seen that today, and I did my podcast and stuff last night, and I had the darts fans, but there's
Aye.
Yeah, I was going to put the Darts fans.
Okay, fine. You go ahead, Dunk.
Well, I was going to put Jim Goodwin, but Ian's just popped into my head just right a second, is Dana White. For,
Oh, aye.
for
Yeah.
hitting his wife.
aye.
Did he get a scalp, did he?
Aye. There's a video been released.
He's a prick on it.
His wife scalped him, and then he hit her 3 times.
Aye.
Oh, so
He's a big
he's
loon,
self-defence.
So he says. so he said. But I think it's as per usual. It's came back. The coach. He said, "But you should never raise your hand to a woman and all that." And
Oh, aye,
so he was on at TMZ trying to dig himself out a humongous hole.
Only time you raise your hand to women is to ask a question.
He said,
Oh yeah. Face that Sean Connery sometimes they need a slap.
on that dock.
So yours is Dana White.
Dana
Alright.
White.
Alright.
"It was going to be Jim Goodwin for his arrogance
Aye.
because it's really grinding my gears
Yeah.
now."
I had a few potentials this week. I had Adama Traore, it was for Joey Gray. He was mentioning it about how baby island up your arms and stuff like that.
Ridiculous.
I bet. Then I thought about
Wouldn't it be so bad if he was good?
I know.
Gerwin Price. I thought maybe about him with his headphones on playing darts, but I've actually went for Shed, Massey and Dunk for bringing forward the time of the pod this week, so they can watch Man U.
It was Shed. You can't
Poor,
blame
poor
us.
behaviour from you shows a lack of commitment to the structure of the pod. Nearly 2 years of doing the pod, I've never asked to reschedule once. My mum's 65th. last year. I was here at 7.
Like, fuck you, give a fuck about your mum's birthday.
hell.
I need to sort of priorities. Example, is a night out more important than the pod?
Absolutely.
Fuck, I thought it was a bit harsh. I'm sitting here doing that thing all day, so why?
That's brave attacking the three of us. Like,
Fucking is.
Very
I'm
brave.
coming after you next
I'll
week.
remember
So
that.
I think we are nice to you, and I might change now.
Aye.
I've seen your true colours.
I've heard you say some ridiculous things and let it slide because it's you. Because if it came out of dumps,
exactly.
I'd have fucking killed him. So that's stopped this year, Mike.
Aye.
Yeah, you have to
That's it.
I've got a New Year's resolution in. Go
Hammer
after
Mike.
Mike.
go after
Aye.
Mike. Aye.
It does also say it lol afterwards.
I'll tuck that back
That's
in.
Homer Simpson retreating into Boucher, is it?
I'll tuck it back. Tuck it back, Mike. Tuck it back.
Nah, but it was going to be Adam Traore for putting that baby all on. Supposedly, the reason is it's because
He's grabbed.
his shooters popped out 4 times,
Aye.
and the Wolves folk decided to put baby oil on his arms. So that's
I thought he did it because he was
Getting grabbed.
Folk were grabbing his
grabbing
arm.
him,
Aye, but then
shooters-
popping his shooter out.
Shooter's been popped
Aye.
out 4 times. So
But nay, so folk couldn't get a right grip on him.
aye,
That's what I thought it was for.
that's how it
Well,
was
it
for.
is.
Is that? I think that's clever.
Yep.
So why is he why would you hear him as one a week for putting baby oil on his arms?
Even though it's, if you'd rather have baby oil on your arms or popped out shooter, I would have a popped out shooter.
Coming from a boy, it's probably never had a pop teach either.
I've had no, I'm not saying that. But we've stopped the fantasy as well. No, stopped the fantasy. The fantasy's
No.
on the go as usual.
When they getting you an update.
No, if
Just
you
have a look.
Just have a
I
look.
think it's,
Well, do the last 2 weeks or
Last
so.
couple of weeks.
Then it
Couple
gets
of weeks.
Then it
tasty.
gets exciting.
it is still tasty. I think Scott Chalmers and Chugs is at the top.
Think
there,
so, aye.
But we've lost interest in it. It's such. we're far too
I forgot to do my team.
Did you?
Forgot to do my
Aye.
team the first game back after
Aye.
Christmas. So it's like, no.
Same
Oh,
with
is this because the fantasies were not allowed to speak about fantasy? I've turned off anyway. I can't hear. I can't hear anybody. I thought you turned it. Aye, that's me back.
Is that your back?
Aye.
No, and also birthday spot.
Aye.
We're gonna stop it just now. But if you've got a bunny birthday messages, just give us a
Well,
peek.
do your requests.
We'll do requests. So, no idea if his birthday is the day, by the way. Professional.
Well, that's
good.
It's all right.
But before we finish, we're keeping the 5 for fun.
Keep it in 5 for fun.
So,
I got 5 out of 5. Them weeks.
did you?
Aye.
Aye, say
Lies.
you did.
I did, aye.
Aye, that's right. Aye.
That's why I needed a pen, Mike. See,
Aye.
I did need a pen. I can't.
Is
have
it still a team thing?
Still a team thing. So, but this week,
I'm shy at this.
I like this.
I like this.
I'll give you a hint. There's 2 Scottish, 1 English, and 1 Irish. And 1 English, 1 Irish, and 1
Is there a
Welsh.
joke at the end of it?
Aye. And there's a theme in it. They've all played for Stoke.
Okay.
So first team, Man United, West Brom, Stoke. Man United, West Brom, Stoke.
I can see his face. Oh, fuck. I can see his face.
Second team, Swansea, Liverpool, Stoke, Swansea. So maybe Swansea, Liverpool, Stoke, Swansea. Number 3, Sheffield United, Everton, Sheffield United, Derby, Stoke. Sheffield United, Everton, Sheffield United, Derby's County, Stoke City.
I'm gonna hate a DS. I'm gonna hate to do the questions, Mike. Cause
Will it help if I say the nationality of them? No.
these boys are fine.
All right.
It's just me. It's struggling.
Number 4,
No, I'm fucking struggling as well.
Aye.
Number 4,
Six.
Blackburn Rovers, Newcastle, Manchester City, Aston Villa, Middlesbrough and Loan, Stoke City. Blackburn, Newcastle, Man City, Villa, Borough, Stoke City. And lastly, Rangers, Blackpool, Liverpool, Stoke City, Reading, Dundee.
Again.
So Rangers, Blackpool, Liverpool, Stoke City, Reading, Dundee. 13 was Sheffield United, Everton, Sheffield United, Derby County, Stoke City. So there's one Scot. No, sorry, there's 2 Scots, 1 English, 1 Irish, 1 Welsh. Go through the answers.
Screw that.
First Gene, Man United, West Brom, Stoke,
Ben Foster.
Chadwick.
Darren Fletcher.
Oh, fuck.
Right enough. That's the I was thinking.
Swansea City, Liverpool, Stoke, Swansea City,
Joe Allen.
Oh, I put Adam Lallana, Joe Allen.
Joe Allen.
Couldn't fucking think. I can't. Oh, you bastard.
Sheffield United, Everton, Sheffield United, Derby County, Stoke City.
Nah.
Nah, I've got none
Phil,
so far.
Phil Jagielka.
Jagielka.
Oh,
yeah.
Sheffield United,
Sheffield
Everton.
United twice.
Blackburn, Newcastle, Man City, Aston Villa, Middlesbrough and Lowen, Stoke City.
I put Fabian Delph.
I put Keith Gillespie, which is wrong.
Shea Given.
Shea
Sakes.
And lastly, Rangers, Blackpool, Liverpool, Stoke City, Reading, Dundee.
Charlie
Charlie
Adam.
Adam.
Never got nobody.
Charlie Adam.
Fucking got 0.
1.
What a joke.
You get 0.
0, aye. I wrote all that shit down and got 9.
See, you're right now. That's fucking cunt. How much you get, Adam?
2.
2.
So it's
Oh,
Mass.
well.
You didn't expect Mass.
Well, I thought I was horrendous, but I was not bad compared to these boys.
Oh, maybe
I'm
Dean.
middle of the road.
It's a good in.
maybe
It's a
Dean.
good in thought.
Maybe
It's
Dean
because
for
I'm
next
there
week.
right and doing the clubs. I should maybe do that as well.
So maybe you didn't get enough time in a.
It's also
It's quite
time's
quick.
a bit to do with it.
But-
It's a good game.
It's always obvious to me if you Takura quiz is going to be unbelievably difficult. So nothing surprising me here.
Did you find the quiz in
The first half I thought was really difficult, but the second half was a bit easier. For me, I got 50 odd. I was happy with that.
Nah, I don't like music. I like pictures. Just fucking.
I don't like a picture.
Because you can't see.
I can.
Jamie Stewart, Messi within a couple of seconds, he said.
See, my mother, she says, what's messy?
Some folk are amazing at it. Aye.
I'm usually quite good at pictures, but I couldn't see Messi. Even if you
No.
said it, I still couldn't see it.
Nah.
But only the picture of Messi, you're getting straight away.
Aye, because if you look at a toddler in up, Ken,
Aye,
you're getting them straight
aye,
away. But
yeah.
items only. I could.
No, you should.
No, not me.
No. Even a recent picture.
I'd be
With
struggling.
the World Cup.
What's that?
Salt Bay.
Kevin, he could.
Salt
Kevin,
Bay.
he could do as a picture around, Mike. It's just kept my head new because my boy sent out that tattoo. Boy got a tattoo of Messi. World Cup. The worst tattoo. You could do a picture around in tattoos. Faz that. It'd be shocking tattoos.
Because that in my Messi, oh my God.
You could tell it was him. But
Aye.
he looked like he'd been benching like 200 kilos.
His fucking neck.
He was massive.
Aye,
It's like Hulk Hogan.
Unbelievable.
good stuff. Well, lads, Aberdeen fans, Aberdeen back to work. Are you back to work Monday?
Monday.
Monday.
Well, back to the Barretts on Monday.
Aye.
Monday.
Donkey back
Morn.
morn. Back to work morn. Good stuff.
That's what you get for being office.
Somebody's got to keep the country moving, I suppose.
Fuzz in office.
You?
You in an office?
You?
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
a bit half and half.
You
Yeah,
sit
so-
at a desk.
Eh?
You sit at the desk with a pen.
Yes.
Noon again.
That's office.
Shed's an office.
Aye.
I'm
You
off
back?
it.
He's got his
No.
own.
No,
He's
but-
got his own office.
No,
Aye.
no, I'm not back.
There was some concrete society thing there.
No.
Go on, you back Monday?
Yeah, I'm back Monday. They good conditions for concrete.
I knew.
Temperatures.
If it's a freezing point cement, is it still?
See, cement, see, fucking
Well, the
hell.
brickies.
Cement's a powder.
Aye.
It's a fucking powder. I forget that.
Concrete.
Dubs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The dubs.
Your ambient temperature of your concrete when placing it should be 5 degrees and rising.
5 degrees and
Oh,
rising.
the concrete itself.
The
Aye.
brickies, it has to be 4 and rising. I thought it was. Does it 4 and rising before they
Well,
can
they've
start
shafted
building?
you your house. It might fall down.
No, my house was built in the summer.
Oh, you're alright. Then.
It was really hot when we built my house.
That's fine.
Good stuff.
Oh, you'll have a thermal cracking in your concrete.
I thought concrete was powder.
No, cement's powder.
Cement's powder.
Concrete.
Yeah.
That'll be the diesel coming out in it.
So if you cut, it's actually ready to put on the brick.
If you're using,
Mortar.
If you're
Mortar,
using building blocks, it's
Aye.
mortar. you're
Dubs.
using. Dubs. Aye.
Dubs. Michael! Pass it, Dubs! Fucking still here playing through my head.
Good stuff, lads. Well, hey, a lovely week, and we'll catch up with you next weekend.
Adios.
Zero.
On Bournemouth.
No me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito. Why don't you go home? No me moleste mosquito, let me eat my burrito. No me moleste mosquito, why don't you go